Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a video on redoing all my control arms. However, I realize now, as I'm editing the video, I absolutely forgot to record an intro. So, this is the intro. So, you'll see some of the crusty control arms ahead of this, but in the meantime, I'll go ahead and give you a preview of what they're going to look like, because I'm actually pretty proud how these came out. Ooh. That's most of them. Not all of them. That's most of them. They came out great. I'm very excited. But anyway, on to the video. Alright, so these are all done. These guys here, the really big inner ones, were very hard to do just because I didn't have anything that was really the right size. Everything that was the right size was just basically pressing into it without pushing the bushing out and staying free. So I had to actually hammer one out. So that was a task, but other than that, everything went pretty smooth. Apparently these do break here on this outer edge because I guess the factory one is rolled in. So from what I understand, this is normal. And then your new ball joint will press into this lip right here, and then you have your snap ring on this side. So that is apparently how it's supposed to go, but I will confirm before I give a for sure answer on that. Anyway, with these done, onto these. All of these, same concept. Everything's got to get completely torn down. Got to get all these bushings out, and then press the ball joints out, however I have to go about that, and then it is on to the sandblaster. Took a small break from doing all my control arms, which are still a headache, and I'm still doing them, to do a little side quest. Look at that. A new heater and sheetrock. So this small piece here is going to get filled in today. And then this one in a couple days after I make sure all the exhaust and everything's good on there, and we throw some topper nuts on the top of the heater itself there just to make sure it doesn't like walk side to side. I'm gonna get that thrown up there, and then this is finally gonna be sealed up, and then we're gonna insulate the firewall here since we're gonna be obviously painting in here with the Evo getting painted, all the bodywork and everything. So I want all that insulated just to make sure there's no dust or anything that's gonna get trapped there and get blown out. Plus just retaining some heat is always good. And then the garage door is mostly sealed. We just gotta fix the bottom seal now because the sides are done. Top can't really do anything about, but the bottom needs a little bit of work. But yeah, anyway, that was a little side quest. That was what consumed the rest of yesterday for my start on this. On to the next one. I have to say, if you're taking the bushings out of your control arms, obviously like I am, heat is really a friend. I'll show it on these next couple, just because it made such a difference. So the snap rings on these are actually super easy. You're gonna need a good pair of snap ring pliers. If you have not, go to Harbor Freight. You're gonna buy this set. Looks like that when you open it up. This set is a lifesaver, especially if you have an HKS blow-up valve or anything like that where you have a big snap ring. These take care of them, no problem. This is the only set of snap ring pliers I've ever got where I actually say, this is perfect. You couldn't ask for any more. With that out of the way, so what I do is I take my flathead, and if you look at the bottom here, you're gonna notice there's a little gap right there. I don't know if it really shows up on the camera. It's basically the end of the snap ring right here. The boot just comes down to the top of this. So that gap that you see there is the opening here. So you get your flathead in there, kind of just work it in, lift her up a little bit, start doing some twists, and eventually comes right off. Now I'm replacing all my ball joints because these aren't bad, they're not good. If I'm doing all of this, it doesn't really make much sense to put used ball joints in, so yeah. But anyway, so you're gonna take your snap ring pliers, get it in here, start separating that, and then get one edge up. Once you have that edge up, work your flathead in here, and you can just kind of work your way all the way around, especially if you don't care about these. I'm gonna keep the snap rings just in case my new ones don't come with them. Oh no, I lost the fight. All right, right back where I was. So yeah, just kind of work your way all around here. Eventually, you get to the point where it's just gonna go flying off. Just like that. And then all you have to do is just put a socket over this guy, kind of perched on here. put a cup on this side to receive it. This one might be a little bit tricky because this is a very thin wall. Then press it. All of the bushings and ball joints are finally pressed out. Took a little bit of time. A lot of these guys were super easy. A lot of the hard ones were on these guys here, the kind of like Y-shaped arms. They were very difficult. Front control arm is a little bit cumbersome, mainly just for this guy here. But I mean, everything else is pretty easy. Like especially these guys that took me like a couple minutes each. And then there's all the bushings, some of my pressing tools, being sockets. So I gotta clean that up. Other ones are over there. So all I gotta do now, take all these control arms, throw them in my sandblast cabinet, blast them real quick, give them a good even profile, and then I have Cerakote sitting inside the house. To get a halfway decent day, I should be able to blast all of these and then have them actually looking pretty good. Same with my axles. My axles are all taken apart now too. I just gotta get those cleaned up and then throw those in the blaster, get those Cerakoted, and then I have all the boots sitting in a box behind me. Those are also ready to go. So yeah, big progress on a lot of small parts that will add up to a lot of big progress later. I would like to present to you progress. So this is how control arms start. Sandblasted. So today's goal is going to be, I'm going to set up a little makeshift booth at this window with my fan and some poster board, and then I'm going to Cerakote inside here so that way it's warm, but directly exhaust it outside since I don't have a better exhaust system right now. In the meantime, I'm going to keep sandblasting because I have this one done. Obviously this one's not. About half my control arms are done. So I definitely got some more I got to do, but these guys are definitely coming out super nice. Just, it's the effort of sandblasting. These are fortunately pretty quick to do. It does just effort. Alright, so I'm going to finally, I guess, wrap up this video here for my control arms. It's going to be kind of out of whack for the next few videos just because I'm doing so much in like a decent amount of time trying to get everything done while also working on house stuff. That's why these videos are so broken up now. That's why I'm not like super consistent on uploads right now, just because I have so much going on. There's nothing I want to do more than do my quarter panel, but I just can't right now. So it is what it is. But yeah, this video is going to be, there's nothing I want to do more than just do my quarter panel right now, but I just can't with how much stuff I have going on. Small stuff, big stuff, it's all accumulating to so much. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna show you guys how the control arms came out after a nightmare of Cerakoting yesterday, just because it was such a headache trying to get through everything, for one, and for two, just trying to get the... I'm gonna wrap this video up here. This has just been a lot of weird small projects, just trying to do everything I can in between doing house stuff. So that's why everything's gonna be kind of broken up. That's why I've been inconsistent, but this video is going up. My next video will be my axles. I'm about to start on those again, so I'm gonna pick this video up, or the camera back up, I should say, right after I wrap this video up. So yeah, this is how all my control arms came out. Maybe a little bit better look here in a minute. Cerakote was kind of a nightmare to work with. I don't know if it's that one specifically or if it was a technique, something that I was doing wrong, but it just ran so much constantly. So if you have any tips, please drop them below in the comments. I don't know why I was fighting it so much, but it's just like it seemed like every other control arm, I was just getting mad runs on it. So any help would be appreciated. I did get a lot of them kind of like course corrected. I just take a paper towel, give it a quick wipe, and then shoot it over again, and it would pretty much even it out. I mean, a few of the spots you can kind of tell. Most of them don't have any like visible runs, but a lot of this stuff you kind of have to know it's there to know. But overall, didn't come out too bad. I'm overall happy with it. They still look better than they did before. But yeah, they could have been a 10. I think they're at like, I give them like 8.5, 9 out of 10. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Drop a comment. Tell me what I should do next as far as like progress goes. I'm kind of thinking quarter panel. I think quarter panel bodywork, all that needs to get done sooner than later. Get this thing off the floor so that way it's not just in the way, and then just move on to other things. Anyway, appreciate you watching. We've surpassed 300 subscribers, which is phenomenal. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for your views. Thank you for subscribing. All that, all YouTuber stuff's out of the way. Anyway, more videos to come.